Hello everyone, back again. I have a special video today. We have a very special guest on the call here. We have to see if he is available at the moment. He is apparently very busy, and I'm not sure if he was really wanting to take this call right now. But we brought this to you live. It's going to be a very special video, so hopefully you guys will enjoy. Caller, are you there? Yes, this is Donald J. Trump. Nice to hear from you, Donald. I know you're limited on time today, so we're going to be very respectful. I don't know how long this will take or whatnot. Oh, come on now. Let's get to it. This is getting a little annoying at this point. Alright, so we have some questions here. Hopefully you'll take them. And be as honest as you can. I'm a man of the people. You know I will be. Alright, thank you, Don. So, my questions are very few and far between. There's quite a few. I don't know if I said that properly. You didn't. What else is new? You're not me. Oh, excuse me, Mr. President. I'm trying to read my script here that I didn't actually write, but I have to pretend that I wrote it down because I wanted to get the ideas out before I wrote them down. Because by the time I write them down instead of recording, I could have had it done. Can we get to the point already? You're wasting my time. Mr. President, I understand, but you're being very disrespectful right about now. I'm not disrespectful. I'll tell you who's disrespectful is Joe Biden, Barry Obama Soetoro, and his husband, Michael. I mean his wife, his lovely wife, Michelle. We're not allowed to give that out. Oh, this is recording, right? Oh, dang. This is very disappointing news. My voice is a little off today. It's because everyone's been trying to get me to talk all the time. That's all they do. They say, Don, please say something for me. Don, please make a cameo. This, that, and the other. I'm too busy to get on Cameo and to call people and make them think like, oh, I care. I'm a man of the people. I am trying to make people think I care. I'm trying to show that I care for the people. That's what I'm trying to say. Definitely not busy taking my orders from the evil overlords that print the money. And we have a great thing going. We have great hats. Our fashion sense is great. You never have to worry about the hat being too tight on you. It might fall off. It might. But it's very fashionable. All of my friends over there, they love the outfit. They say I rock it. Of course I rock it. Like a hurricane. Mr. President, I think we're getting off the rails here a little bit. We're trying to give you a little bit of leeway here. Excuse me, I'm the president. You are going to respect me. I'm sorry, sir. It's sounding like your voice is becoming a little effeminate at this point. Do I need to dignify that with a response? Alright, Mr. President, I'm just a lowly reporter guy, so to speak. I'm not getting paid for this. I just am taking my orders like you do. Excuse me, I take no orders. I am the order. Oh, I'm sure you are the order. You're the Masonic order, the Satanic order. We know all about it. I don't know where you come up with this stuff. I am in the order of the people. The people love me. Just like when I was in WWE, I dropped all the money from the sky, and I showed Vince McMahon how to run a show. You thought you were going to win at WrestleMania? I don't think so. You get your guy, I'll get my guy. And then I'll do a fake run-in where I punch out Vince McMahon, even though everyone knows how fake and scripted it is. But I guess if you're a young child, it's very entertaining. You don't know. And just remember what I told Vince McMahon when we were sitting at that table. I said, I will kick your ass. Alright, sir. Like I said, this has been quite the cluster. We are very stretched for time here. Excuse me. This is my time. I'm the president. I get to pick and choose my interviews, all of that. And frankly, you're not up to snuff. You're just not. You're low energy. Very low energy. Very bad guy. I'm sorry, sir. You're making me laugh a little bit. I'm trying to trying to give you some exposure here. What exposure do I possibly need? I'm all over the TV. Have you seen Fox News? Fox News definitely means 666. Don't forget, F is 6. O is 15. You get 1 plus 5 is 6. And X is 24. 2 plus 4 is 6. Triple 6 news. Oh. You know, I have this bad habit lately where instead of thinking something, I say it out loud. And Melania's starting to hate it. She says, Dan, does this make me look fat? And I go, well, yes, you look very fat. You are not like any of my 20-year-olds that I show on the TV. God only knows what they're connected to and whatnot. And what's getting grabbed and whatnot. Let's just say it's not just their hands. That's all I'm going to say. Don't go into that, okay? Sir, we're trying to stay on topic with a professional interview here. We'd appreciate some level of professionalism and respect for journalism and human beings in general. Like, you don't need to speak that way. Not really understanding why that's necessary. Excuse me. I am the president, and what the president wants to do is what he will do. I thought I made that clear in that video. They told me that I was not being recorded. If I knew I was recorded, it would be different. Alright? So, I just want you to think about this. I'm up here on a phone call with you right now, some peon that means nothing to me. Why aren't you interviewing Barry Obama Sotoro and his husband, his wife, and maybe Joey Biden and whatnot? We don't know whatever happened to him. He went into hiding, actually, after all he had those clones and whatnot. I don't even know. I haven't kept up with if he's actually alive or whatnot, but it's just ironic that everybody knew the stuff about him, and, you know, when he was president, they waited 3 years plus to really reveal anything that people had been talking about long before he was president, about the stuff with the kids and the cloning, and, you know, he was on TV back in the day, like I was, and he was saying, like, oh, never give your guns up, it's very important, and then he turned into a total shill. He went on Law and Order SVU, very low level, very low, out of the caliber of Donald J. Trump. But they tried to get me. I said no. I will not show it. I do not care if you're NBC, Fox related. You push all of your agendas on the people. And by the people that I care about, I mean me, myself, and I. So, just keep that in mind. I think I just did it again. I think the handlers have me on too loose of a leash at this point. I'm speaking way too much truth. And definitely going to have to answer for this. Can we go to another question here? I don't know if there even was a question here, but I've lost track because, you know, I'm getting old now. I am almost 80 years old somehow. You're supposed to believe that I'm running the country and I have any real power, even though I've shown over and over that I don't. It's almost as obvious as me not being a Christian. You know, MAGA is top-tier Satanism from, you know, the Church of Satan and Anton LaVey and whatnot. Well, good guy. Good, very good guy. Hung out with him a lot. It's very disappointing that he repented on his deathbed. That's what they say. They say he repented. So he's trying to work his way to heaven. I do not care. I do not care about any of those people. I just care about my worldly things. You know, I read this book called the Bible or whatever. Yeah, not the Satanic Bible, but the Bible, and it's not very good. Melania always is trying to get me to she's trying to get me to read more. She says my health will decline. I have, you know, bad Alzheimer's already. I can't end up like Joe Biden. So I heard her out. Can't believe how much I have to spend on her, though. It's all an act here, folks. I have to go and gotta make sure she's around me all the time. I'm the American man. I supposedly hate foreigners, but my wife's foreign, which means my children would be foreign, etc., theoretically, but We won't even get into that. I don't even get into my children, except my daughter. We won't get into that, though. It is very disturbing, the amount of things that I say publicly about my own daughter. She's, in her 30s, and I'm 80, and I talk very strangely. That's something me and Vince McMahon have in common. We have a very strange, fixation or such on our own daughters. They're just so attractive, Not their mothers, though. They get on my nerves, frankly. Too many baby moms. Had to get rid of one of them. And that's one of the reasons I became president. I don't know my numerology perfectly, but I know 46 is a very satanic number for our script. Our script of 46. Am I number 46? Or was Joe Biden 46? Either way, 45, 46, 47. I believe 74 is killing, so you get your backwards there. Some people out there say, like, I'm a fraud, or I'm a bloodline member, or I was put into my position, or voting's not real or anything. Let me put it to you straight here. Mr. or Mrs. Interview, whatever you prefer to be labeled as in today's society that we created for you to think. You can refer to me as male, I don't mind. Alright, well, I really don't care what you identify as. And since I speak about things that are normal, since we do the problem reaction solution, where you make yourself out to be psychotic and crazy, and I come across as normal, I become more normal when I'm around people that are acting very stupid. Yes, it's all a script. It's all in the script. It's all mental. Yes. I keep getting off track here. I am 80 years old, so you're gonna have to give me a little bit of leeway here. Excuse me. Oh, yes, Melania, get DoorDash. Yes. McDonald's today. Yes. Mr. President, we're on the air, and we're trying to get an interview out of you, and you're busy ordering your DoorDash on your... Let's not even go into the truth about McDonald's and whatnot. McDonald's is great. I'll tell you this right now. Don't you remember the E. coli script right after I was I got in my little Masonic apron and I worked the window, the fries and whatnot? But, I don't care about any of the actual people who are working at McDonald's. Come on now. Those are low-energy losers. None of them will amount to anything in life. They mean nothing. They will never be Donald J. Trump. Well, Mr. President, what would you have to say about the people that just don't care to be like you? That's a very fair assessment. Excuse me. Now, why in the world would nobody want to be like me? Or why would anyone not want to be like me? My grammar's not great anymore, okay? I got the Joe Biden virus. It's called MK Ultra. But anyways, yes, do not care about them people. I really don't. Sir, are you worried at all about your doubters and such? About you speaking so much truth, as you said? It feels like you're saying a lot more than you're allowed to be saying right now. Are you going to have to answer to, I don't know, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, Larry Ellison, or Larry Fink, or Yuval Harari, or any of your buddies? I mean, I don't know. How many buddies do you have still? I can't keep up with how many people supposedly support you now. It seems like in the last year, everything you had worked for and the script had gone where you enjoyed a lot more, fanfare and such, so to speak, has quickly simmered out. Very similar to how WWE and Triple H are, where the fans were on board with what you were doing for a little while. Not really sure why, because it was always awful, but they were with you a lot more. And then you became more and more open about how you hated them, and how, since you became in office, you haven't stopped anything. You've never created the wall that you said, whether, we can't take you seriously, because you say, we're going to build the wall, we're going to put Hillary in jail, we're going to deal with China, Even though, obviously you're in bed with China. Oh yes, in bed with China big time. Especially B.D. Wong's character from Mr. Robot White Rose. Oh yes. Big fan, big fan. Alright, Mr. President, you're wearing my patience thin, frankly. I need to use the bathroom. I really don't have time all day to record this. I'm just walking around on a phone, trying to record. Okay, it's a little hot in here. I don't know what you want me to say, but I can't even keep up with the amount of things you're saying. And I don't think the American people are either, or the worldwide people. Well, frankly, that's the point. That's part of the CIA training. You're supposed to say so much that people can't remember what you said. That way, if anything comes out that's really true, you can deny it later anyways. They gotta sift through it. Most people won't use their attention span on it. They're too busy with their sports or whatever fake agenda we're trying to push. They don't really care. And then they don't do anything anyway, so it's kind of like, what are they gonna do? Think less of me? I'm the president. I own the world, but not really. I wish I had some actual power, but I am a great actor. That's my whole point. I just exist to act. Very similar to Triple H in the WWE. Great guy. He has a great big nose. And there's no conspiracy there with his underwear flag and whatnot. He, allegedly supports some satanic stuff like I do. Yes, big fan, big fan. I remember we used to hang out with Anton LaVey back in the day. But he had to go on and die. Just like the chair model lady from The Office. That was a great episode, actually. I highly recommend that episode. Where Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute, great guys. They were very upset when they found out the chair model lady had died. And they went to the graveyard to pay respect. They end up doing a dance routine and whatnot, a song routine. And, usually when people die around me, I, set it up and whatnot, like my ex-wife. She, took a tumble down the stairs. She had to pay the price. More likely I had to pay the price for, being an actor on TV. They showed a thing way back in the day of me where, it said presidential hierarchy is based on blood sacrifice and such. But I hope nobody remembers that, because that would really go against my credibility now, wouldn't it? Sir, you're getting very off topic, and quite frankly, you're being a little uncomfortable. You're being very discomforting to the people. They're trying to hear what your opinions are and such, and you keep going off on some kind of tangents about you being part of a conspiracy and something about hats and people that control land over in the Middle East or something, and the whole script of Saudi Arabia is really just it's part of the greater bagel expansion. Now, when did I say bagels? I did not say bagels, but I do love bagels with cream cheese. Favorite thing. It's my favorite item at McDonald's for breakfast. Yes. Disregard what that rabbi said about the children meat and such. That guy, he had to be taken out. We silenced him. We scrubbed that video from the internet. And now anyone who's trying to find it can never find it. Unless someone has it saved. But soon we'll have the mark of the beast and all that. And only the people who submit to the system and take the mark of the beast in their body can use the internet. Sir, why are you going on about all these conspiracy things if we're just trying to do an interview? We're trying to get some opinions out of you, but your opinions seem to be facts. Seems like you know way too much, and I'm starting to see why people say, like, you're part of the agenda, you're part of the script, especially when you keep saying I'm part of the script, I'm part of the agenda, I'm a bloodline member. I used to hang out with Satanist Anton LaVey. I'm good buddies with Triple H from WWE, who does the exact same script. Oh, don't forget Vince McMahon. Remember our trials
Both of us had the same news the same day. Isn't that wild conspiracy? But yet those wrestling fans, they don't understand anything. They just watch guys in their underwear. As much as I like to do that, that is, it's enough to distract them. And then I get to fly over the football games and whatnot, and I get to do the fake CIA script of the president waving like Obama used to do. You see, I can at least get up and down the steps, Joe. Joe Biden can't even get up and down the steps and whatnot. He was a great puppet. He did great. Whether it was a clone or it was an actual self or somebody else in disguise, they did great. There was very many of them. They all looked very different. Could not get up the steps on that plane. And that was supposed to be top-tier humor, because we needed the world to be destroyed, and it was going to look very strange if we had a competent leader, like myself. But, Joe was perfect. They had to miss me for 4 years. I thought it was fairly obvious. Well, sir, I'm going to have to cut you off here. The point is, people are seeing through your lies, and they've seen through the script for a long time, frankly. There's people on the internet telling the truth. Like, a lot of things what you're saying. Not quite sure why you're revealing everything to us. It's part of Satanism, is what we do. We have to tell you in advance, so that way our souls or whatever are not, I don't know really what the exact belief is, but, yeah. I've read up on books and stuff with the Satanic Bible and the, Anton LaVey and the Book of the Law and Aleister Crowley and all the different things. There's so much to say, like, you have a way of getting things out of people. You give them the rope to let them trip over. That's a nice way of putting it. This is not a G-rated program. It's Donald Trump. It's high ratings. Okay, we put asses in seats. So, what else do you have to ask me? Because this interview has been absolutely wild. We do not know where we're at any point, and I need to get my McDonald's here soon. I gotta eat my bagel. I actually got several bagels, but I want to make sure that people are not fat. Cannot be fat, cannot be lazy, low energy. I mean, how am I low energy? I just get on the planes and sit at a desk and sit at a podium. Did you like my fake bang bang attempt? Sir, that was frankly a very poorly produced psyop, full of crisis acting. And no, I wasn't concerned for you at all, because you look like you were in no danger whatsoever. And ironically, whether you cut your ear when you went down away from the camera, you made a serpent's tongue with your blood, or food coloring, or whatever that red stuff was coming from your mouth. Because, the serpent is in the Bible about, the temptation, the Garden of Eden, the apple, which is why we have the apple brand, the forbidden fruit, and such. Yeah, I gotta say, I wasn't expecting this kind of interview today. I definitely am not getting paid enough for this. Listen, nobody's getting paid anything if I have it my way. Unfortunately, the overlords say you gotta keep them lazy, you gotta keep them just getting enough money to get by so they feel grateful, but, they'll never be you, so, they're always under my thumb, always under my foot. I'm so much above everyone else. But I am also 80-something years old, and, yeah, it looks pretty fake when you got your two grandpas arguing over who should be this and that, and we do scripted drama arguments like CIA programming. You might as well just watch drama TV. At least you get a script out of it. This one, people actually think is real, which is comical. It's laughable. They are low-energy losers, okay? They will never be Donald J. Trump. Alright. So, my bagels are here. I think it's time for a break. I'm old and tired, and I gotta take a break every now and then. You don't do any work, do you, Donald? Not really, frankly. I make Melania do it. I make my people do it. That's what I allegedly pay them for. And how did you get all your millions, Donald? Well, there is a story that I got loaned, and I bankrupted a lot of things. Am I really, bad with money, or is it all a script? That's for you to decide. But just know that I am part of the bloodline, not the bloodline of the WWE. Good guys, good guys. I met them. Met them not long ago. Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Solo, Paul Heyman. Oh, yes, I'm a big Paul Heyman fan because he's a big, fat, big lover like myself. And we speak in very government-trained voices and speak of things in certain ways where it's captivating to an immature and unknowing audience. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat some bagels. Maybe I'll come back on a call and talk to somebody. I don't know if I want you to talk to me again, frankly. Oh, good riddance, Donald.